Marco! 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 I lost my cocaine. So before I do any jokes tonight, I need everybody to empty out their pockets. Ma'am, I need your purse open. Everybody, I never lose my coke. I never lose my coke, especially on a night like this. I'm not actually on cocaine. It's Zoloft. It is. I love antidepressants. I'm on 4 right now. I am. No, I am. My psychiatrist was like, Armand, we've never seen anybody be on so many SSRIs as you. I was like, yeah. I'm like Michael Phelps. She's like, no, Armand, no. What you have to understand is, we can't give you any more. I was like, why? Am I the champion? She's like, yeah, a little bit. Like, we can't give you any more. The next thing we're going to give you is ketamine. Yeah. I was like, what's ketamine? She's like, horse tranquilizer. And I'm like, shit. You think I can make it into the Kentucky Derby? She's like, no, it's more like the glue factory. We're sending you out to die. I was like, oh, shit. This is my first day in New Jersey. I've been here like 3 hours. I'm astonished by the people here. Usually, I like to tell people that like in DC, when I go up, I'm Iranian. But now that I've been here in New Jersey, I only go by Italian. We're not that much different. We have cannolis on one side, we have warheads on the other side. It's not that different. The facial hair looks the same. I even told all their comics here, they're all from New Jersey. They were like, hey, it's nice that you came up here. I was like, I prepared for this. I watched season 4 of The Sopranos last night. All of it. To understand where I'm going to. Even on the train, I took a train here, right? On the train when I was coming up here, there was a lady, right? She was on the other side of the car, and she was looking at me the entire time, and she just kept saying out, yo, Mario! 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 And I was like, don't give it to her, Armand. She was like, Mario! This went on for 10 minutes. I was like, Mario! And I was like, I can't do it. And finally I snapped, right? I was like, what? She was like, the Mushroom Kingdom's the other way, Mario! And I was like, fuck, Armand, you can't let her get away with this. I was like, Armand, you're the comedian here. You have to think of something funny. You have to say something, right? So it took me a minute, and then I looked back at her, and I was screaming back. I was like, actually, I'm Luigi. And then quick as a whip, she was like, no, you ain't. You ain't tall enough. You got some meat on your bones, too. I went into the next car. Next car, something similar thing happened too. I sat down. 5 minutes later, somebody was like, yo, Mr. Pringle Man. Arab Pringle Man! They didn't even know I was Muslim. It was a crazy experience. It was fun, but I like being here. Biggest difference that I've seen between here and DC, whole lot less black people. You guys laugh now, but that's a real thing. Like, where are my black people at? Wow! Thank God. Thank God. I have a whole bunch of jokes. Here's my New Year's resolution, and this might relate to you guys too. I'm sorry to intrude. I've been wanting to make more black friends. I did, because we can all learn a thing or two. But let me just say, I want to make more black friends. That's been my New Year's resolution for the past 5 years. It has. Since I was in college, right? I've been wanting to make more black friends. I got so desperate, I joined the Black Student Union. They let me in because I was born in February. Yeah, I'm kidding. I didn't apply. They recruited me. They did. I was in a Muslim Student Association meeting, right? I was there. I thought I could get pussy there. I can't lie. I thought I was gonna get laid there. I saw a Mia Khalifa video and I was like, oh my God, this is where I need to be. Not true. There was no Fatima that was gonna throw back on me there. No. I was in that meeting and then 2 black students came in and they were like, we need a chaplain. We need somebody to do verses for us in between our meetings. And I said, okay, put me in. And they're like, great, can you do 10 minutes in 2 days? I said, sure. So day and night I was reading. I was like, Islam, black people, there needs to be a connection. And I found it. Malcolm X. So I went into every single meeting doing just Malcolm X quotes. I was like, by any means necessary. Like, I walked in as the only non-black student there, as the only Muslim student there, and I was like Muhammad Luther King Jr. You guys had a good MLK day this week? I sure as fuck did. I'll tell you that much. Oh my god, I learned so many cool things in the Black Student Union. I learned how like to dap up people. Because I didn't know how to do that previously. I can't lie to you guys. I can't lie. There's something very interesting about dapping up somebody, right? Because usually it's very easy to give somebody a handshake. That's horizontal, right? It is. And then similarly, vertical is the high five, right? They're both at 90-degree angles. But the dap is in this gray area. The dap is in this black area where you don't know what they're gonna do. Sometimes they dap you up, they pull you in, right? Sometimes they dap you up, they do it down low, they come in, right? Sometimes they dap you up, they do like a snap afterwards. There's a whole bunch of different places they can go. I had a journal and I wrote down, I was like, Devontae brings me in to the right. Darius to the left, up low. Like, I didn't know, there were so many different things there. It was crazy. I loved being there though, I can't lie, I loved being there. When I got comfortable 3-4 months in, I remember I would come in and everyone was like, oh man, we love having you here. I was like, really? And then I started to come in with a zoot suit on. Yeah, I had the biggest hat you've ever seen, 4-foot-long feather coming out, zebra platform shoes on. It was fun. I've had this idea recently. I want to pitch it to you guys, right? I want to pitch it to you guys. Might be the right crowd, might be the wrong crowd. I don't know. I want to get more Muslims involved with the Black community. I do, and I know I say this to an overwhelming white majority, but I want you guys to engage with me. How else are we going to learn from one another? Talk to me. I'm gonna call it the Islamic Basketball League. It's a sports league for only Muslims, okay? The Islam Dunk League, if you will. Here's the idea. It's gonna be NBA rules, but we incorporate a little bit of Sharia law into it. Okay, just a little bit of Sharia law into it. Personal foul, you cut off the hand. Astaghfirullah, brother, we don't do that shit. And everybody's like, Arman, why does it have to be basketball? Why not something like football? I'll tell you why. In football, it's called a pigskin, motherfucker. So, like, we can't even hold that shit. Second of all, 2021 to 2024, I don't know if you guys know this, but the New York Jets, they hired the only Muslim football manager, Robert Saleh, right? They fired him pretty quickly. He didn't do anything there, right? And I thought to myself, that was because, okay, clearly, the NFL doesn't want a Muslim man overseeing Jets in New York. Again. Y'all didn't forget, I know you wouldn't. But the Muslim Basketball League, let's go back to that. Here's what I'm thinking. People say there's too much conflict in the Middle East. You guys fight all the time. It's true, my family, they fucking hate each other. But here's the idea. Sunnis on one side, Shia on the other. Winner gets to determine the next prophet. That's the only way that we can get this shit done. If we were on the courts, TSA would have so much more free time. They wouldn't have to deal with us nearly as much. Can you imagine, like, okay, instead of having like a white guy as the announcer, as the announcer and like TNT and like a booth back there, instead we bring in like a Syrian guy. He's like 4'9". His name is Hamza. He has a cigarette and a hookah and a lamb over rice at a table. And a Bluetooth. He's talking to his cousin the entire time. He's like, he's doing his like, and then he's commentating the game too. He's like, Abdul Majid passes to Omar Farid. He's in the paint. He shoots. Allah oop. I don't even watch basketball. I had to look that shit up. It's a fun game. It's a fun game. I think Muslims would be good at basketball. I don't know, man. Osama was fucking 6'5". You guys know that? He didn't have to do what he did. He could have been with the fucking Wizards, right? Like, we could have used him. We could have fucking used him. We know how to take flight. Give us some Nike dunks, dude. Like, it would be way better that way. All I'm saying is, I don't know. It's a foul suggestion. I'm sorry. I got one last joke for you guys, if that's all right. I went on a date pretty recently. Yeah! I did. It didn't go that great, though. It didn't go that great. I did everything right. I took her to the Red Lobster. I did. And yeah, I took her to the Red Lobster, and then we were talking, and she leans in at one point. She's like, Arman, I want you to know, I like you. And I'm like, oh my God. Tell me more. And then she leans in even closer and she said, Arman, I want you to know, I got this first class pussy. Have you heard of that, miss? I said, oh my God, first class pussy. Has anybody ever heard of that? Nobody's ever heard of it. Sir, you're laughing a lot. No, you don't want to answer me, that's fine. Anyways, here's what I surmised from that. She said, oh man, I got this first class pussy. And in my mind I was like, she's saying she got good pussy, cream of the crop, best pussy ever. Here was my problem with it. First class pussy is metaphorically incorrect. Because think about it, first class is huge. There's too much space. It's expensive. It's sterile. If you were a man, you wouldn't want first class pussy, you would want coach. Tight, wet, kids screaming in the back cheering you on. Like, I would much rather have fucking coach pussy, right? Or like me myself, I wouldn't even want coach pussy. You know what I'd want? Business class pussy. Snug but not too tight. Well priced. If I need to wiggle out, go to the bathroom, I can do it just fine. Guys, that is all my time. Thank you so much. I love New Jersey. I want to die here. Give it up for your host.
Oh my God, I always do that. Armand Analui. You know, he told me back there just, if you don't mind telling them I'm a bit shy before I go up. That's why I told the joke before he went. I was like, let me help out the little guy. He's shy. I believed him. He had me fooled. He was funny. Did you guys enjoy?